Oh man, what's going on everyone? My name is Tenebris Infinite, and it seems that the Road to Vostok demo version 1.2 has released a little bit early here today. So I thought it would be a ton of fun to jump into this demo and give you guys my raw first impressions here. Now, I've thoroughly covered what this update entails on my channel here, so if you've missed those videos, those will be linked at the end of this one. But for now, just as kind of a quick surface skim, it's basically been completely rebuilt from the ground up, from everything from the weapon feel to the inventory to the map itself. And the awesome thing is that along the way, we've been able to give feedback on each of these individual steps of development, which is a very unique journey for me here on YouTube. But enough of my rambling, I'm very excited. Let's jump into this here. Loading the sandbox, oh man! And it's already opened up so much. We've got the ladder system in place. Beautiful. Oh dude, and the walls have been pushed out to the entire area now. Oh man. And we've got all of the equipment, so many weapons to choose from. Let's go, dude. We've got the updated roadmap here too, so let's go over this really quickly. We've got Public Demo 1 that already happened, and now the first update to Public Demo 1. And then Public Demo 2 is going to be much bigger when it comes out later on this year. So basically, it's going to have 4 new maps added to it, as well as a crossing point, which is really interesting. And then we're also going to see the new systems for the shelter system. Finally, I'm so excited to see the shelter system. The trading system, medical system, ammo system, that's really interesting. We'll talk about that eventually. The AI system and the boat system. And then also we're going to see additions of 100+ items to the loot pool, character stats. Oh, what? Character stats. Yes. Oh, dude. Okay. And then weapon stats, item contacts menus, swimming and fishing, and bullet impacts. Dude, very huge for Public Demo 2. Character stats is something that I totally didn't expect to see, but I am very happy to see. Hopefully that means that we're going to have, a full-on progression, kind of pseudo-RPG system for our character to go through. I'm really hoping for that. But now we've got all the attachments and all of these new weapons to go through. And the K416 is looking very different. Let's check this out. Man, awesome! So, Auntie, the developer, decided to go with all black as opposed to the kind of mixed color array that we had on the previous K416. I like it, man! Then we have the KM81, or the MK18 in real life, and this is just beautiful, man. This is absolutely, I wanted to test this weapon out for the longest freaking time here, so I'm very excited. It's also got the foregrip attached to it. That's not an attachment yet, but in the future, we'll hopefully see plenty of foregrips to choose from. And then lastly, we have the Venturas, man. This thing is going to be really awesome to kit out with a proper scope and go off and maybe do some sniping with later on. So the developer Auntie has put up a very detailed tutorial on how to use the attachment system here. It's really unique, but also very intuitive and simple to use. So I'm really excited to hear what the feedback is on the attachment system, because I personally really enjoy it. And then we've got the equipment system, and even though it's not fully in place yet, the beginning workings of this equipment system is really awesome, and it's going to be really cool once we've got ourselves some proper legs, so that way we can see more of our character model when we equip these various forms of equipment. And the last thing that we gotta check out before we head off into the demo area proper is climbing up ladders, man. Okay, awesome. So you can fully control where your character's at. You get locked in place, so you can't move side to side, which is good. That way there's no any accidental fallage happening. And then there's also angled ladders too. Very nice. There's kind of a set speed to climbing on the ladder right now, so you can't climb up the ladder fast or anything like that, which that might be kind of a good thing, you know? Sometimes in games you just zip up ladders, and it's a little bit more realistic to have to climb up each individual rung. And the treehouse. Dude, let's go. I'm really hoping that someday, when we have the shelter system, that I could take this treehouse and maybe build, like, a mini shelter inside of it. I think it would be pretty awesome. Oh, alright, here we go! My first time checking out this map. And we've got the new vehicles. Awesome! At some point, you'll be able to get into these, and use them as, like, shelter from storms and stuff. Got a knockdown power pole here. AI spawning is turned off for now while I check things out. I very much enjoy the kind of moved power area. Let's run along here. The whole environment just feels a lot more natural right off the bat. Especially the little dips and a little pothole in the road there. Okay, and here we go. We're coming to the original map zone. Awesome. So if you've played the first demo, you're probably pretty familiar with this area itself. It does seem like the terrain has shifted up a ton for this hill going up this way. But the house layout is still pretty much the same layout that it had in the first place, with the yellow house off over in the corner there. Let's see if we could get our canned pea soup. The water, though, excellent, man. And I believe we might have... Oh, the canned pea soup is gone. Nice. All right, we're gonna have to find canned pea soup on our own. But I believe that there's going to be options in the future for really customizing this water and making it look really, really good. Yeah, so for now it's just water reflections, but eventually in the future we'll be able to customize the depth and kind of opacity of the water here. Oh, and also here's the kind of swimming. Can we swim upwards? Does not seem so. Which, that's cool. I'm pretty sure that we read earlier that the swimming wasn't fully put into the game yet, but you could still kind of get an idea for what swimming will eventually be like with the underwater HUD effects and underwater sound effects. There's just one last thing that I have to check with the water, and that is, if we turn on a radio and throw the radio into the water, what happens? Will it float? Will it continue playing? Alright, let's turn this on. And it's out of here, into the abyss below. Oh, but I think that this is some new radio music. I'm gonna have to check that out on my own time later. Alright, cool. Okay, so I figured out how to make towers out of guns in the game, and so I've actually already been up here before, but it's awesome that there's now just a kind of natural, organic way of getting up here. Switching on over to daytime here, it is looking very nice over the map here, especially with the extreme draw distance that's been added to the game. Now, these are kind of cool. So basically, this is like a communal area where you wash, like, your towels and stuff like that. It's very interesting. It's like a Finnish tradition, and when Auntie, the developer, talked about it on the Patreon, I was like, wow, that's super confusing, because here in Canada, we don't do anything like that. But, yeah, a very unique little traditional Finnish touch. Oh, and an outhouse right beside it. Fantastic. You know, why not? When you need to kill time, right? Coming on down to the other side of the map, it seems like the power array's been moved around here, which is really cool. Gonna go for a jog down this road. And that's kind of one of the cool things about the increased scale here, too, is that your body stamina doesn't last longer than the map does. You actually have to stop and catch your breath quite a few times when you go across a map of this scale, which I think is really good. Just purely in terms of scale and stuff. Okay, we didn't find the power, but we did wind up finding the second of the new vehicles with a whole bunch of cans in it. Okay, so the power array is still on the same side, but it's been moved maybe upwards by a very significant amount here. On stream, we're gonna see if we could stack guns still, and see if we can't make our way up to the top of this tower here, potentially. But before we get to the end of this video, I thought it would be good to take out the new VSS Ventures and do a little bit of sniping with it. And I think it's actually really good. It's got the kind of lower impact, lower velocity that means that body shots are not very effective, but it's got its kind of weird arced trajectory where you can get headshots pretty easy once you figure out the kind of spot to shoot at. I'm gonna have to mess around with it a lot more alongside all the other weapons so that I can get more detailed feedback on them, but for now, as a takeaway, it's a pretty good VSS. Alright, so there we go! This demo update is absolutely massive. Possibly one of the biggest demo updates I've seen, I don't know, ever, man! It's quite huge, the changes that have gone on, from the equipment system, to the attachment system, to the whole freaking dang map. It's really, really awesome to see the progress that Road to Vostok has made in Demo 1v2. So, I think we're gonna wrap the video here because I've got a live stream to get to, and then there is going to be a very, very busy week here for Road to Vostok on my channel. So, make sure that you subscribe for everything that's going to be coming in store. But for now, I just want to say thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing. But I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.